Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot. Last time we got started with this game, with last time I mean last weekend. The first two episodes we started with our little adventure heading towards Doctor Neo Cortex in order to stop his plans for world domination. The first couple of levels were not per se difficult. Like I promised, this game is known for being pretty damn difficult, but so far we haven't seen any of the real difficult stuff yet. We did actually find our little sister in a time machine. So we are currently playing with two Bandicoots, not just Crash, but also Coco Bandicoot. This girl right over here. However, as you can see by the little cross through her on her symbol, she's not allowed to play this stage in particular. And that is because this is a special stage. This one only Crash can play. I can actually also point out this also applies to all the boss stages, because as you can clearly see, Papu Papu, the first boss stage that we did last time, she's also not allowed to play. All of the special stages and the boss stages you can only play as Crash. And therefore the first on-rail stage in this game is going to be done by Crash. Let's go into Hog Wild and get started with today's episode. Hold the jump button to bounce higher on drums. Yeah, that's something that's very important, because otherwise you're going to die pretty soon here. As you can see, we are riding a hawk, and all we can do is steer and jump, and nothing more. Still pretty fun to do, actually. And remember, even in this stage we need to get all of the crates in order to get the gem. Even these stages have a gem. So make sure to steer proper. Also hit the checkpoint if necessary. Avoid all of the obstacles. Some trikemen are actually running around here. Take a good look on where they go. Make sure to hold the jump button. Oh! While going over drums. Otherwise you are not going to bounce far enough. Yeah, this stage can be pretty hectic in all honesty. Jump. Careful for these crates and immediately veer right. Yeah, that's how you do it. Second checkpoint. Stay right, then to the left. Yeah. Yeah, if you know what to do, this is not per se that difficult for the Mr. Crate, so sorry, Crash. I'm going to crash deliberately. Because I do want 100%, of course, so allow me. The moment I miss a crate, I'm going to kill you, Crash. Oh, here's a new type of obstacle. Make sure to either jump or not jump, like in this case. Can sometimes be a bit confusing. Take a good look on whether you need to jump or not. Yeah, and there we go. Clear gem and out of the level. Perfect. And that makes the third perfect in this game. Giving us 3 white or clear gems and 19% completion in the overall game. Nice little way to start. What is a platformer game without an on-rail stage at some point? Of course, even Crash Bandicoot makes use of that. Next up is going to be another regular stage again. Native Forest is going to be a repeat theme, but it is going to be a new type of level at least. Time for us to switch back to Coco. I'll try to make sure they do pretty much the same amount of levels. And Coco did actually come at us a little bit later, so the next couple of stages I am going to use her a bit more. But anyway, welcome to the second gate level. I always call these gate levels. I'm not really sure if these themed courses actually have an official name for theming. But since the first of these stages is called the Great Gate, I always consider this the gate levels. Let's get started with it at least. We've got ourselves an Aku Aku, so we're allowed to get hit. Hi, monkey. Oh! Yeah, be careful. The moment the monkeys are rolling, you're not able to actually kill them yet. Only once they're in resting position. It can be a bit tricky to actually see that coming. Yeah, most of all, this stage is going to be the same one as the previous one in this theming. Just a bit more difficult, of course. And also a tad longer. Okay, this time we have more spinning logs. The best way to take care of them is to actually start spinning the moment you jump towards the previous one, so the next one already gets into position for you to easily continue and make our way to the first checkpoint. Turtle, turtle, And goodbye. Do need to be careful because I don't have any hits anymore, of course. Because of the stupid rolling monkeys, I lost my only Aku Aku. So I'm not going to take any risks if you don't mind. Oh. Now this guy's pretty annoying. There's a crate right above him, so... This guy's going to be a bit difficult to actually get. Next checkpoint at least. Already starting to notice we're not getting a whole lot of Aku Akus anymore. Game's already cranking up the difficulty, it looks like. It is not as forgiving anymore when it comes to extra hits. And goodbye, sir. I do think it's sometimes a bit difficult to jump on them properly. I'm actually surprised I'm doing so well so far with these guys. I can remember the first time I played this game, I had a lot of trouble with these guys. Yeah, it's going to trigger the TNT. Yeah, let's just go away. We can quickly try to get these 3 crates above, but let's not take any risks, like I promised. If I don't have any extra hits, I'm a bit careful when it comes to taking risks. But anyway, it's bonus time. Finding the Tawna symbols is not going to be difficult in this stage. Okay, that's all. Yeah, never be too careful. The game can be mean and actually hide the second box up there, so... I believe later on in the game stuff like that does happen, so... Can never be too careful. Now let's move on. Another spinning log section. Just jump and spin until you reach the top. Give me those paranoia for getting every single Wampa fruit, even though they're not required. Oh, there's more of them there. Oh, I fall all the way down. That's the price for paranoia. And yet, I still want them. Oh yeah, of course, they're over there. Let's see if I can get down. Yeah, getting down's not a problem. Oh, no. Yeah, this is not going to work. Let's try that again. Hell yeah, for time wasting. Just to get 4 pieces of Wampa fruit. Oh, there's also an Aku Aku there. Didn't even notice that one. Man, I'm losing way too much time this way. What am I doing? I'm starting to prove that Crash Bandicoot is actually a difficult platformer. But anyway, after a minute or so, I got all the stuff up there, so... Oh, and I fall down again! Man, it's wasting time when it comes to clearing this game, but it is good for a laugh, so it's still worth it. And I thought that was a decent 2D platformer. Well, sometimes I am, but sometimes I'm not, so... Well, we're here finally, so let's just continue. If you've actually paid attention to the stage's hint, you might have seen the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. And that is actually referring to this section. Some of the logs that actually form the fence don't have any spikes, and those you can always go over, and therefore behind the fence. There's not always a whole lot of stuff to get, but in this case it's actually a big shortcut. It is also filled with Wampa fruit back here, and nothing more. There's no crates. I do believe they do that in a later stage, but not in this one. There's also even hidden crates behind there. Ow! Too late, apparently. Back to having no extra hits. Yeah, I'm not going to take that risk. Now I can do it safely. Next. Yeah, it's going to be multiple in a row again. Wait for them to go out and then immediately go. You should be in time. Extra life. And it looks like we have another gem that we need in order to get 100% in this stage. Here's another indication for a platform that can appear. However, not quite yet. I'm not allowed to get into the clouds quite yet. I believe that one's even very late in the game, if we receive that one. Oh, look what we have here. A little piece of safety. So we don't have to go over 3 of these torches in a row. This should be the final part of the stage, if I remember correctly. Oh man, we got 4 extra lives here. The game is nice to us. All the way up to 46 already. Even some more Wampa fruit. Which is also almost 100, so... we probably even can get up to 47 before the end of the stage. Yeah, getting all of these does not look like to be very easy. And also, yet again, very time consuming. So let's just leave it with this. I've already wasted enough time. 48 lives at least. Great! But you missed. 11 boxes, wow. That section that we were forced to skip has apparently a lot of stuff to do. We'll be returning here later. Much, much later. The gem that is required for this one we're not going to get in a while. And therefore, it looks like we have reached Island 2. Yeah, as you can clearly see on the map, this was the final stage of the first island. We have beaten the first part of the game. And it's time for us to move on to the second part, where the difficulty really gets cranked up. You can definitely notice the difference between islands when it comes to difficulty. Now, Crash Bandicoot will really get started. It is time for Up the Creek, which is going to be our second river level. Failing a bonus round does not cost lives, so retry it. And that is definitely true for the Cortex bonuses. Those are super annoyingly difficult. Luckily, you don't waste lives in those. The Tawna bonuses, which we've seen for the most part so far, are not per se that difficult. But even those you can in theory fail, of course. Let's see what the second river level can actually bring us. It's obviously going to be a lot more difficult than the first one. It would be a weird platformer game if it weren't. A lot of jumps towards narrow platforms. That's the least you can expect, of course. There's another monkey, be careful. This guy does roll a lot. Whenever they are rolling, I'm pretty sure you cannot hit them unless you jump on them. Correction, even that does not work. That was worth a shot. I had an extra hit, so... The moment you have an extra hit, then you can actually permit yourself some risks. But I'm not going to take any risks if I don't. Unless I have to. Because sometimes you have to. Sometimes what you need to do is just so difficult you have to take risks. Just wait for the next rotation. Yeah. Just be cautious around you. Oh, you stop so I can kill you. Thank you. Always nice if I'm able to kill a monkey. It sounds so weird to say that. Hey, what are those lily pads doing down there? That has got to be for a secret. If we move on, we will actually find ourselves a switch box. So, hit it. And what you do... First wait for the lily pads to return here, of course. You can actually return and find out a couple of things have spawned over here. How nice. Make sure to hit the TNT crate, of course, because otherwise it won't blow up. And then we need to... Oh, oops. That would have been nice if I was able to actually make that jump, but... No, you definitely need the arrow crate in order to get back onto the log again. But at least now we know what to do. We also know what not to do. It's probably even more important. Get down here. Hit the TNT crate and then use the arrow box to get back up here. You don't have to worry about the arrow box itself, that will blow up with the TNT crate. Alright, where were we? Oh, Tawna symbol. I must say, because of being distracted by my story, I did not even register picking up the first Tawna symbol. But none of the crates in the stage are actually hidden, so... Really easy to find them, and therefore you cannot also... And therefore you also cannot really miss the Tawna symbols in here. Here is the bonus platform, so there's no doubt the question mark crate here is actually a Tawna symbol for the next bonus. 30 crates in this one. Oh, this one looks nice. Allow me to get up here and make a big combo of bouncing. Bounce. It's actually a pretty funny thing when it comes to Crash Bandicoot lore. The bonus that you actually see appearing on the top of the screen, if you rearrange the letters, you can actually make bounce out of it. There's actually people who do stuff like that with Discord emotes and stuff like that. Actually using the font of the letters that spell bonus in Crash Bandicoot and actually make bounce out of it. Oh, internet can be so funny sometimes. But anyway, it's time for us to move on and finish off the stage. We're pretty much at the end. Oh, whoa, 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 let's not do that. Getting back to safety was apparently also not an option. Did not really time that correctly. Let's see how this plays out like this. Yeah. Really, it was the final jump I needed to make. But anyway, no matter. At least this was a stage that we were able to finish completely for perfect number 4 of this game. And the completion rate almost at a quarter. Yeah, that's how fast this can go. Well, it was the first stage where I actually died twice in this game, so we can definitely see things are getting more difficult. And that also applies to the boss stages, of course. These are also not going to be as easy as the first one. Ripper Roo is the next Australian creature that Doctor Neo Cortex actually experimented on and made something weird out of. And this one is in all honesty a bit more of a puzzle boss compared to the first one, which was more of a traditional fight. And I must say, I think this is the most difficult boss fight in the game. Not saying too much about the final boss yet, but I never really liked this one. Let's see how far I can get in this. Hopefully without dying. The Mad Ripperoo. Looks like someone who belongs in a madhouse. And this is how he works. As you can see, we have 9 platforms that we stand on. He will actually start jumping in a pattern between them. And yes, it's always going to be the same pattern. It's also a pattern I still need to learn, apparently. Let's take a quick look to the middle, bottom left, back to the middle, bottom right. Oh yeah, I can see how this works. And this is how we need to hit him. There's big TNT crates that actually fall into the water. And we need to stand on them. And then they will actually trigger. And if you're lucky, they will actually blow up the moment he is right beside them. That's basically what you need to do. Just be careful, don't spin into them. There's no way to activate them. Because then they will always immediately blow up. And you will end up killing yourself. Just learn his pattern, which actually changes up every single hit. So do make sure to check out his pattern again the moment you've hit him. His final pattern, he goes between the 4 directions of the compass, looks like, and nothing in between. And that crate's going to move too late, so that's not going to hit him. Let's use this one. No. Yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this boss fight. It's not per se easy to do. I'm usually pretty terrible at timing stuff like this. Yeah, this one's also too early. Also not going to hit him. Almost hit me. It does move quicker in the final set, so the timing needs to be really precise. But now, yeah, there we go. A bit late, but good enough. It was still able to hit him. Bye, sir. And don't worry, he's not going to die from the waterfall. We'll be seeing him again later in other games as well, so you don't have to worry about poor Ripper Roo. So, aha, look what we have here. Check out the gem that's actually at the Lost City. That is going to be the first green gem. So far, as you can see, we've all had clear gems for getting all of the crates, but now this stage is going to give us the first colored gem. And therefore also our first ability to get 100% earlier stages. But that's something we're going to be doing next time. Looking at my time, I think this is good enough. If this is a really, really long and difficult stage, the first truly difficult stage in this game, I'm not going to do that now, after already passing 20 minutes. So, I will see you folks in tomorrow's episode. And we will do the biggest challenge so far in this game. Because clearing the stage 100%, getting all of the crates, I can already give away, it is not going to be that easy when it comes to colored gems in a stage. That is stuff to think about. But anyway, see you tomorrow in next episode. Treecks out! Thank you for watching.